Good afternoon, everyone. This is an amazing opportunity to be here in this beautiful city, in the most amazing place I ever been in my life. And actually, a few minutes ago, to prepare for my speech here, I had a long stroll across the Alexander III Bridge. And I recall my first time when I visited Paris. It was 21 years ago, exactly the spring in 1998. And look, I was fortunate to work for a French company, and they sent me to Paris to visit some colleagues, some clients. And the first time I arrived here, I was so lucky to take the metro from the airport right to the station near the Alexander III Bridge. And now, you know, I'm a native of Bucharest, Romania, and we fantasize calling Bucharest the Little Paris. But when I got out on that bridge, and then I had the walk, and I saw the Little Palace and the Grand Palace, where we are here, it was an incredible feeling. And today I had kind of the same, feeling how grateful actually we are for what France and French culture brought to us. It's not only the Paris, but in many ways I am a product of French culture. I was raised by loving French authors. My thinking as a young man was shaped by people like Stendhal, Balzac, Zola, Proust, Camus. And it's not only me. It's we in the European Union, and not only, we owe a lot to the French culture. And today I am here to tell you a bit of a story of UiPath. Because I think it is important to also understand that UiPath owes a lot to France and to the French culture. Look, my first idea about automation and about this space came to me when I was working for that small French company doing some kind of related work. So the seed really came out of France. And then we in Romania, with the good and the bad of what Romania is, we've been really heavily influenced by France. Our modern state has been shaped by using the law system in France, using the education system in France. And look, UiPath is a product of France, of Romania, and European Union. I want you to remember this. And today, I have an incredible story to tell you, actually. Today, UiPath is one of the largest AI companies in the world, if not the largest. We've been able to grow in just 4 years. 4 years ago, we were 7 people in a small apartment in Bucharest. And we were able to grow to almost 3,000 people today. 4 years ago, we had less than $1 million in revenue. Now we have more than 210 million in recurring revenue. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's a story of European Union at first. And we know that the world is not in the best shape right now. And I think that we can together paint a different story. If you look at the automation space and the RPA space, actually 2 of the biggest companies in this space has come from European Union. So RPA in a way, it's a European Union category. And think about it. It's one of the largest software category that will ever exist, mark my words, and it's a product of European Union. This is something we should be proud of. And unfortunately, after the Brexit, UiPath will be the only European Union board company. And look, now it is time for me and for UiPath to give something back to France. And look, we all know what happened yesterday. And look, Notre Dame is more than a touristic place. Notre Dame is a symbol of our civilization. It's a symbol of Western civilization. It's a symbol of France. And on behalf of UiPath, I would like to pledge €1 million for the reconstruction of the cathedral. Thank you. And I will ask all our employees to donate money, their time, whatever they can, to rebuild this symbol. Because I want to remind you, symbols make us what we are, make us humans. We work, we go forward because big symbols, because things that unite us. And despite this terrible accident, I believe that can also spark a new energy in this country. And not only in this country, a new energy across European Union. And believe me, we need it. Look, and there are other ways that we can give back. If we look at the massive investments that US and China are making in AI, I think it is our responsibility, first of all, as UiPath, as one of the most important company in the AI space. It's our responsibility to work here with European companies and build the next generation of AI. The automation and AI are inevitable. There is no place to fool ourselves and say, no, it's just gonna pass. This is just a fad. We are at the beginning of a revolution. It's not the way we will deliver work will change forever. And it's not only back office automation or front office automation. There is transportation. There is everywhere. Like if you were in Paris 100 years ago, and we wouldn't have recognized almost anything except these nice buildings, 20 years from now on, we won't be able to recognize anything. We owe it to our kids. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to the people that build the human civilization. In a way, really, we are at the end of the history. Our history, in reality, has started with agriculture revolution 10,000 years ago. We've been into this race to build technology, to make our life better, but we were actually prisoners of things that are not human. Automation takes the human out of people and will restore us to what we were meant for. And we can do this here in European Union. That's UiPath pledges to invest heavily in France and European Union. And we are very fortunate to have someone like President Macron, who is a visionary and pledges his own focus on developing of the AI. We are lucky. We could have, had someone like US president. Seriously, it's luck that we have President Macron. And what we bring to the picture, it's an AI platform. We have worked with Google in the past year, since Google has become a big investor in UiPath, to bring a combination of RPA and AI in a smooth manner to be delivered to our customers. We have announced our AI fabric at Google Next a few days ago. And this is the best opportunity for our customers, for our partners, for our kids to learn AI and deliver on the promise of AI. And look, our robots might come with skills like vision, like document understanding, like conversational AI. But there are a lot of human skills that we cannot teach our robots alone. It's only us together that can go and teach the next level of skills. And that will make the next generation of people, that will prepare the next generation of people for the new type of jobs. Because, look, many people still think that RPA is just a band-aid for bad processes. I think that it is something way more profound. So look at how businesses operate. And let's look how businesses operate 50 years ago, before computers. They took customer orders by phone or by mail, and they put it on paper, in folders, in registers. They built calculations, they built reporting, and send it out to the customers or to the vendors. This is what a business is. What the computers brought were a way to replace the paper and to automate the calculation, but nobody was able to automate the intake of data into the system. And this is what RPA and AI are supposed to do. And regardless of how much we would like to automate via traditional means, RPA plus AI, or RPA and AI, are the only way to really cope with the complexity of business processes. And this is a foundational problem, and it's transformational. And it's really, we are really in front of a revolution. And I think that we are all fortunate to be part of this industry. I really, look, again, I am overwhelmed speaking to you. I'm so grateful that I am here. And I really take this opportunity to thank all our customers, because this is what made UiPath. Your trust in us, your trust when we were really small and unproven, and a lot of European Union customers put their trust in us, was instrumental to make us who we are. And we will live to our promise. This is just beginning. We can make from UiPath best European Union company ever. And we are not only a European Union company, but guys, we are born here. Understand this. Fastest ever growing software company in the world was born in European Union, was not born in Silicon Valley. This is amazing, and it's a story that we here still have the education system, we have the desire, we have the fire in the belly to do something great. And I want all of you to be with me together, to be with us, and make sure we'll continue to really do our best. And in order to do our best, I want all of you to hold us accountable. I was yesterday really in our customer council meeting. We had some good discussions, but one of our customer pointed me to a very interesting position. That was a very good lesson for me. He said, Daniel, yes, there are good heated debates here, but I felt that the people around this table are not harsh enough, are not coming to you. They don't really tell exactly what they thought. I thought they will support me more in pressing you to do something. And to us it's a big lesson. We are here because we really listen to the customers. And we are in a category where our customers are better than us and know way better than us. And please, tell me what we are doing wrong, and I will fix it as long as I can. But I cannot fix anything if you don't tell me. So please feel free anytime to contact us, call me. My email address is daniel.dines@uipath.com. Just send me an email saying, Daniel, this is wrong. You haven't done the right thing for my company. And I will fix it. Look, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
So now I have some questions for you, out of which one personal, but that would be the last one. How was possible to grow as fast?
Well, except the fact that we are really crazy guys.
I confirm.
This is a question that I've received a lot. And look, we all know this saying that that culture trumps strategy for breakfast. This is something that actually we live it. I realize there is no strategy to grow as fast as we don't have the operational muscle to build a company as fast. And I realized the only way to build a great company is to build a great culture. And in order to build a great culture, you need to be able to say, what is the culture of the company? And we went through a lot of discussion. What are our values? To be honest, to be hardworking, to be a lot. So you can come up with a list of 20 values, 30 values that are meaningless in the end. But then one of the biggest lessons of my life that is very hard to learn is the lesson of humility. We are not born humble. And in my opinion, this is the most important transformation one should get in life, to become humble. Because humble let you always listen, learn, change, which are really the attributes of the modern human being. So then we put humility core and center of our culture. And that allows us to really hire fast, hire good people. We have avoided hiring assholes in the company. And really, I am in just, look, for example, let's give US, where there are some sites that measure the culture of different companies. And among large companies, so we are in the category of Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, we are one of the best companies to work for in the US, best company to work for in New York, in Austin, best company for women in the US. We score well in all the categories in just the span of 2 years. this is a testament that humility works. And then there is another ingredient, which is we were actually fortunate to start the company in a small country because there was no market there. So we had to build the company global day one. So, and we were able to hire globally people. And we are lucky to have, I think, one of the most diverse company in the world, because this company was built with Romanian talent, with French talent, English talent, Indian talent, Japanese talent, American talent. And maybe I forgot some. But there were really more. And it's amazing to see people so culturally different, but so culturally aligned. And this is really the only thing that I am proud of in building this company.
And I confirm, culture is very important in UiPath, yes. So we discussed a little bit, we didn't discuss a lot about the product, by the way, and we didn't mention any roadmap, and that's voluntarily the case. But I would like to ask you, as a CEO, and you are very involved in the development, can you tell us a little bit where the platform UiPath is supposed to go now?
Yeah. Look, if you look at the existing business application, or system of records, what they used to call it, like SAP, Oracle, IBM, Dynamics, many businesses have been shaped around the way they build the processes. And in reality, they build silos within companies. In most of the companies I know, there is an SAP silo, there is an Oracle silo, there is a Microsoft silo. And their business model is to keep the silos, to extend the silos. And they promise automation. Yes, I will bring automation in my silo, but they don't care so much about the other silos. We believe that actually automation, it's a new layer of technology that sits on the top of system of records. And we believe that people will interact with the bots and with system of records through this layer of automation. And that will allow companies to move much faster, and they will reduce the reliance on one single system of records. Because on the top of an automation platform, you will not build only process automation. You can build apps. You can build everything. And you can live on the promise of automation first. Because only like an agnostic platform will give you the chance to think automation first.
You are often mentioning automation first. Can you explain a little bit more to these people? What does it mean exactly?
Yeah, we talked with lots of customers, and we realized something quite challenging. It's in order to adopt this technology enterprise-wide, we don't have an issue with the technology itself, with the platform. The platform is there. We prove it numerous times. We prove it with big Japanese companies, big US companies. Technology is there. It's the mindset. It's the politics within an organization. We want to promote the automation first mindset. And this is, it's a change in how you will imagine the businesses and the operations. When everyone from C-level will just say, build it in an automated fashion. Don't throw people to a problem. Throw robots to a problem. I think this is the moment when we'll move the needle towards automation.
We see gradually that the people are less afraid by the robots. What changed in the market, your idea?
Look, this name, robotic process automation, was the bliss and the curse of the category, really. And And it was the curse because, except Japan, where robots are considered friendly, in the rest of the world, we think at Terminators, and we think robots will take our jobs. And you know, the media jumps on this type of news, and they will make them, you know, front page. But when we go to customers and just implement, you know, a few processes, we've seen 100% of time that people that were supposed to deliver these processes were relieved. They won't go back to the way they did work before. It's like we won't go back to a rotary phone. So none of you will have a rotary phone in the house. So we won't go back to the manual data entry between applications. We know this.
Okay. Now, I have a personal question for you, because we met together for the first time 2 years ago. It was in a small office in Baker Street, you remember, in London, with 4 people inside. Now you are invited to speak in Vivatech. You are invited by Emmanuel Macron for the Tate for Good. Did you imagine that 2 years ago when we were meeting together?
Well, when I was in high school, I imagined to take all my colleagues to do a party on an island. Now I can do a lot more than this. But I couldn't have imagined really to be able to meet President Macron, because I'm really a big fan of him, and it's a fantastic opportunity, and I will go and I will really tell him that his focus on AI is the right thing, and we should continue it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
Wonderful.